Yo, Darren and Jason, we breaking the matrix. Circuits and codes, we shaping the basics. Switching the system, yeah, we the mutation. Tech disruptors, innovation and station. Data rate stomping, algorithms popping. Bikes getting flipped, watch the data start dropping. We the ones they fear, Wi-Fi in the gear. Crypto in the veins, blockchain pioneer. Screens glow cold, but the minds run hot. Silicon dreams in the terabyte plot. Hacking the globe, yeah, we shatter the mode. Data overload, watch the future explode. This with the code, break the mold. Tech disruptors, we too bold. Darren and Jason, the future sold. Plugging it like on, watch it unfold. Laser shot focus, the lens stay zooming. Zones in the air. AI's booming, deep dive tech, no room for illusions. Cloud in the sky, no room for confusion. Fiber optic flows, connections insane. Hacking the mainframe, rewiring the game. Blueprints we sketch, revolutions we fetch. Echoes in the net, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Disruptors podcast. My name is Darren, and this lovely gentleman.
My name is Jason.
And we're back. Friday night. This is a throwback to the old days of when we first started podcasting. We used to be called Friday Night Fury.
Well, and then TNT.
Yeah, we had a ridiculous name.
Was it TNT? Yeah,
it was TNT first, I think, and then Friday Night Fury.
Well, we were on Twitter or X Spaces for a while. Yeah.
Back in the old days, we've actually done a few throwbacks occasionally on X Spaces.
I think the reason why we did Spaces because we definitely have faces for radio.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why we didn't do live podcasts. There was a reason why we were on X first. But yeah, exactly. Throwback to when we used to be called Friday Night Fury. Yeah, back in the old days of our early beginnings of the podcast. But in case you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We are the Tech Disruptors. We talk tech, news, reviews, funny stories, crazy things that happen in the world of technology. Now,
do you want to hear something funny? Do you want to hear something funny before you go?
I do want to hear something funny. Yes.
So if you're on X, you can ask a question and at Grok, the AI, and they'll answer it for you. Now, if you guys don't know, if you haven't listened, our goal is to, who knows if it really will happen. We have a goal to get on Netflix podcasts.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
I went to our Tech Disruptors X account and just said, "Hey, Grok, get us on Netflix podcast." Well,
it didn't work out.
He just said, I'm unable to do that, process that request, but I can try to help you out. And it didn't really do much. So, hey, I tried.
But yeah, I mean, for those who are listening, Netflix has just launched podcasts.
Yep.
We are going to fuck with their algorithm as much as possible by mentioning Netflix in every podcast until they recognize us. And then maybe, just maybe, you might see these lovely faces, this guy and this guy, on your TV.
And we'll be in the top 10, and they'll see our faces plastered everywhere.
Well, it's funny, and I just want to mention, for everybody that is new to the show, there's a podcast repository, we'll call it, called Good Pods. Yep. And we frequently rank in the top 100 of the tech podcasts. And, I'm going to throw that out there. Netflix, we kind of know what we're doing.
But if you don't have Netflix, you don't pay for it. Good Pods doesn't cost anything.
Exactly.
Sign up for an account and check us out there.
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, you can find us everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, we're actually starting with breaking news, Jason.
Uh-oh. We need that sound effect.
That one, right? That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking news. So we have been following the Trump phone.
Uh-oh. This is a hot take and breaking news.
Quite some time. Now, Donald Trump and his subsidiary companies released their own smartphone.
They announced the smartphone.
They announced it, I should say. And their own cellular service.
And all American made.
All American made. We've been patiently waiting for this phone, and so we could, talk about it. And for months, a lot of publications, not just ourselves, have been trying to find out where the hell this phone is because it has not been released, despite it missing its launch date like 4 months ago.
Right.
I have image of the Trump phone.
Which one? The T1 or the Ultra?
I believe the T1.
Oh my God.
I have the T1.
Oh, like Terminator T. Okay.
Yeah, I have
the gold.
T1. This is the gold. So I'm going to pull up this image here. Let me see if it'll let me pull it up on its own. No, that's okay. We'll try and do it this way. So I have an image and some information about the Trump phone, and they shared this image.
Oh, God. This better not be a joke.
So,
okay.
That is the T1 Trump phone you're seeing there in this. I'm assuming this is one of the executives of the Trump company. It looks about as terrible as we imagined it was. Now, we know that it was going to have this kind of faux gold.
Let me say something, Darren, real quick. Yeah. Okay. So we're all about trying new phones, 100%. The Eco Mind One, which is a weird square device, talking about buying that on the minimal.
Yes.
That is an AliExpress Chinese phone that's like Pablo Escobar, the Escobar phone. They wrapped it in some gold.
Get a bigger there.
You know they did. They probably well, I don't. What's the MKBHD? It's not D brand. There's no way D brand, but it's basically a D brand skin that's gold.
Yeah.
And anybody outside of America, who the hell is going to buy that? Because it has an American flag on it. That's the point. I don't know. Yeah.
It's might be the ugliest phone I think I've ever seen in my life. Now, it actually has, I don't know if you can read on the camera bump there. It actually says Trump Mobile. It says Trump Mobile on the camera bump.
Well, let me go back. I said we'd like to try new phones.
Yes.
And if this phone was something new, different, most phones look very similar. Yeah. I'd be okay with it. Hey, who am I to judge someone wanting to start their own company? That looks like a Chinese piece of crap. There's no way it's made in America.
Now, it looks familiar. Now, I'm thinking that so here is what I think.
A blue phone? Infinix phone? Something like that.
I think this is a cheap TCL knockoff.
You know, it'd be interesting is to
do a Google image search and see.
Right, but I don't have that, so yeah.
Let me see if I can do it on my phone live here. Live on air. We're doing this live, people.
So oh man.
Hang on, let me see if
I already pulled it up. I'm gonna just do
go for it.
Let's go to circle to search.
Yes.
See what they say.
I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna pull up an image of the phone that I think it is, because you're gonna be.
It says here, this is marketed as a Trump Mobile T1. The phone features an octa-core processor, 6.25 inch. That's not right. That's way too small.
Yeah.
6.25. No way.
Can I show you the phone I think it is?
Yeah. If you already have one pulled up, let's see it.
Yeah. I believe, now I'm going to just pull up the back of this phone. Now you tell me this is not the phone that we're looking at. Okay.
It's not.
This is live. We're doing this live.
I have faith. I can't. I have to move my screen.
Let me zoom in a little here. Hang on. Hang on. What just happened?
It looks exactly like that TV right there.
Right.
I don't know. That's much. Is that a fingerprint in the back?
Now the fingerprint says it could have just been omitted. Like maybe that was thing. Maybe it's like a less fancier version. But it does.
No, I don't think so. I
hang on a second. Like maybe not exactly, but it does remind me of this. This is the TCL 30XE is the name of this brand here. Now I'll pull up the photo again. Let's just do a side by side. So there's the Trump phone. Here is the TCL phone. I'm thinking there's something going on here. And I reckon if TCL, and is TCL an American company? Do we know a lot about TCL? Do we know?
No, they're not American.
They're not? Okay.
No. By far, I think they're Chinese, as far as I know.
So they did an article, and for whatever reason, it's just stopped working. Awesome. Thank you, Verge, for that. So this is the phone that we've been talking about for quite some time. Donald Trump's own TCL T1. Now, this is, I believe in this article here, forgive me, I didn't read their entire thing, but they had a phone interview with the execs at Trump Mobile. They managed to get a hold of him. And this is one of the execs actually holding it up in his hand. So this is like a real thing. This is, So the Trump
I'm telling you, that's a blue phone. You know what BLU is, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You looking on their website?
Well, no, it looks really cheap. That camera bump looks like it was made by a really cheap. I'm looking at their website now, but most of it's a legacy device. It's not one of their new devices, but the legacy,
100%.
The legacy device page doesn't show like the back. You have to click into each one individually, and they've been around for a long time.
Now, can I point out one thing here? Like, you know how big a lot of these modern camera bumps are on phones. Those lenses on that camera look absolutely fucking tiny.
They're not real.
They're not. Maybe it's not real. Maybe this is just a mock-up. Maybe this is them, taking the piss and saying this is what it could look like. We don't know. But absolutely, the tackiest thing on that design there has to be the American flag.
I mean, their whole premise is, hey, everything is made in America. And I get it. If it's going to be only in America. So if you're in Canada, India, you're not going to order this phone unless you're doing it for clicks, views, or just to see what it's about.
Yeah.
I really want to do I don't even want to do a circle search. I want to do it just on the camera bump,
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it looks, there's something familiar about it. We originally thought it was going to be a cheap Samsung knockoff. That doesn't look like a Samsung phone to me. But that doesn't mean that it's not. It could be. Do we think we got it?
Look up the Moto E20.
That would make sense. Budget device.
Well, I'm not saying, just look at that camera bump.
Hang on. Yeah, hang on. I'm going to pull this up right now.
The E20. How much is that E20? Like $99?
I'm going to call right now with the smaller lenses and the Trump mobile printed on there. Take away the ridiculous pattern.
Well, actually, you know what? I said the E20, right? It could be the Moto Edge 30 as well. They all have I bet it's more of the Edge 30.
You reckon the Edge 30? Ooh. That's a good contender right there. Let's have a look right here. Look at this. Maybe a bit too flat. I feel like
you could. I mean, the internals is what they're focusing on. They could change a few of those. Pretty cheap.
The aesthetic. Yeah.
The R&D that the Trump Mobile put into this phone is probably pretty high. The bar is set pretty high.
I mean, I think it might look more like the Moto than this one, just given that the camera.
Well, they're both Motos. You mean the E instead of the Edge?
The E, yes, instead of the Edge, yeah. So listen, we're gonna keep tracking the Trump phone. We've finally got visual of it, and basically, allegedly, according to this article, it's meant to be released next month. That is the rumor. March is a March release date.
But what about the Ultra?
I don't know about the Ultra. Maybe that's coming after. Maybe they're going to test the market, possibly.
Apple should be worried.
Apple should be worried.
So I saw an article today that, there's that documentary that came out with the First Lady.
Yes.
And Amazon backed it like $20-40 million or whatever. So people were saying, oh, it's a buyout, blah, blah, whatever. I don't care. But I just saw an article today that Tim Cook has kind of come out against what's been going on in Minnesota with those ICE raids.
Yes, I heard
so that. So it's interesting what's going on there. So Tim Cook better watch his back because the T1 is coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
To put Apple out of business.
Yeah. Now, we'll talk. I got a couple stories about Apple, which we'll touch on a little bit later on. But
how about I start?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was just about to hand it over to you. Actually,
well, I want to tell you guys something. Now, I want to say last year we saw Xiaomi release the 15 Ultra because they skipped 16, right?
Yes, correct.
Do you remember that prototype device with the lens?
Vaguely, yes. I vaguely do remember it.
So I pulled up this article earlier today, or not today, this week. Is reportedly, remember this?
Yes, I do remember.
They're reportedly going to be in mass production.
Okay, so you know what's funny? I read an article today that they're releasing a Max phone this year.
So do you think
alongside the Ultra?
Well, it says here, in case you missed it, it's a detachable camera module with a 100 megapixel micro four thirds sensor, which is huge.
Yeah.
It has a native 2x zoom with pixel binning, but there's something about the speed, like 10 gigabytes of transfer. So it opens the door for a lot of other accessories that can snap on. But it says here, which phone? Well, the prototype last year was the 15.
Yeah.
There's some talk that the upcoming Xiaomi Mix 5.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't seen the Mix series in a long time. That was always a good series too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool, but it's going to make the phone heavy. But if you know you're going to take photographs.
Can you pull up the picture on the right there, Jason, with the
lens right here?
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, just so we can see it. Yeah. So just to give context,
sorry.
was it MWC? This was teased at?
It was either CES or but look at that thing.
Yeah.
Now this is a prototype, but it doesn't look that far off of reality.
No,
so what I like about this is I'm a camera guy. We talked about this last night. I don't care what the phone looks like. If the cameras perform well, I'm 100% down.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is This and then that Honor robot, was it Honor that did that? The robotic arm?
Yeah.
Phone companies are trying things, silicon carbon, all this stuff is, man. And if they fail, they fail. But I hate to say that these Chinese companies are innovating faster than anything here in the U.S. Yeah. And you know who's benefiting? We are, especially in North America, because if this stuff works out, it's going to eventually get into the rest of the universe.
Yeah, so again, for those of you who are maybe unfamiliar with, you probably heard of Xiaomi, at least I hope you have. This is a kind of, it looks like a regular smartphone with a MagSafe magnetic attachment that actually attaches a camera lens and turns your phone essentially into the greatest camera of all time. Really interesting. I know we did talk about it, and I know we were very interested in it because it's such a unique design, right? Well, we just haven't seen that before.
And what's interesting is the 17 Ultra now, especially the Leica edition, has the rotating bezel around the camera module. So it's like a camera. So they're getting close to this already. They're bridging the gap. And like I said, they always say, what's the best camera you have? Is the one in your pocket or the one you have on you. And if they can make these ones on you that much better, I'm in for it.
Imagine.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, that lens is massive. Like it's
there is one problem with all this.
Yeah.
I don't have money.
There's that. Yeah. I mean, being lovers of tech, you never have money, essentially.
Especially phone. God, there's like so many, especially on the Android side, obviously.
Yeah. Now, sticking with cameras for a second, this might actually blow your mind, Jason, because I know that you are a big fan of like, what do you call them? Vlogging cameras.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah. What if I told you a brand that you and I revere is making one?
I revere. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen this article.
Vivo
is
working on a vlogging camera to compete with the DJI Osmo Pocket.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So they're coming out and they're using their knowledge of, lenses and post-processing and stuff.
You know why?
That. Why
the DJI has been a Pocket has been a smash.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been untested for like the last 3 years in that.
And I keep talking to you guys. DJI is in some hot water here in North America. Their drones and cameras potentially, and their action cameras might be banned.
Banned?
And they haven't yet, but there's been a lot of talk. Besides Vivo doing this, DJI is doing something interesting. They're like licensing out their their products, and you could put your name on it. So with drones, they're labeling it under different names. And it's just so what I'm using, what you guys see me on right now here in this camera right here, I'm pointing at it. That's actually a DJI Pocket, but it's not DJI. It's called Extra, XTRA, the Muse, MUSE. It's identical in every aspect. The only thing it doesn't have is if you use lapel mics, the DJI, they automatically link wirelessly to a DJI Pocket. This doesn't have that. You have to plug it in. That's the only downside. Yeah. Everything else is identical. So I'm happy Vivo's doing it because Vivo's photography is amazing.
Yeah, so a little bit of information. They've confirmed that they are working on their own vlogging camera. That's awesome. Apparently the project started at the end of last year and it should be released by the end of this year. Now, we don't have any other information, but for those of you who have watched our podcast before, Vivo is a smartphone brand that undoubtedly makes some of the best camera smartphones. And for them to come out with their knowledge of Zeiss, could you imagine a Zeiss branded vlogging camera?
Well, the Pocket, I think they're on the Pocket 3.
Yeah.
And the Pocket 4 is around the corner, and there's rumors it's going to have 2 cameras. But now I don't think that's true. That would be like a wide angle and like a main.
Yeah, no, you and I know that, they do a good job with that kind of stuff. But yeah, for Vivo to come out and say, hey, we're going to have a crack at this, that's pretty impressive. I'm okay with that. And again, why not, right? If you've got the ability, the R&D, the budget and all of that to compete, let's make something that people might actually turn away from DJI.
Vivo's a big company. They got the resources, and why not make money at the end of the day? Now, some of those Chinese companies don't really care as much about profits as, like Apple and Google.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You've been watching the Olympics? Oh, okay. So
So my wife is really into it, but No, I'm not saying I'm not into it. I haven't watched it. No.
Well, I always say being from Australia, we always say the Winter Olympics don't count. Primarily because they're a joke. But yeah.
Hold on, back up. What's a joke?
I said that the Winter Olympics don't count because I'm Australian. And
isn't the Australian bobsled team pretty good?
Yeah, they're actually awesome. In fact, they've actually won a bunch of gold medals, but they still don't count. Winter Olympics are a joke. But anyway, there is an article floating around out there about, and I'm going to just call you what it's called. It's called Penisgate. Penisgate. So I'm going to pull up this article here.
Does this have to do with the Olympics?
Yes, it does. So
that's kind of weird.
The Olympics, this is an article from Gizmodo, and I'm going to just zoom in so you guys can read along here at home. So a German newspaper has called BILD, I think it's Bild, were reporting on this last week. So basically, the world of elite skiing has been beset by rumors of athletes that are artificially enlarging their penises to gain an advantage.
The Olympians are doing this, or the Olympians? Oh my God!
The Olympians are doing this. So basically, a German newspaper reported on this last month, and they're basically saying that some of the male skiers are injecting their penises with a hyaluronic acid to justify the use of larger suits while competing. Now, I had to go look into this a little bit further because I have no idea why you would need a larger suit when you are competing.
Something that with the word acid doesn't sound appropriate either.
Well, there's that, right? So basically, there it doesn't identify like any specific athletes that are doing it. Apparently,
of course not.
Yeah, but it's just a community, like things have been happening. But apparently this is a logic to this alleged penis doping. Now, the reason that they do it is because apparently their suits are carefully fitted prior to the start of major events.
This is in jumping, ski jumping, right?
Ski jumping, correct, yeah. But a larger than needed suit, particularly around the crotch, could be more aerodynamic to allow for longer coasting time. So kind of like a parachute, if you will. If you have a little bit more...
So they're doing it to gain an advantage.
An advantage in the air. That is correct. So they're basically...
I thought they were trying to because the clothes are so tight, they were trying to show off to people that take pictures.
No, I mean, I'm sure that's part of it too. I'm sure that's part of it too.
Yeah, but if you're buying a bigger suit, you're not going to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like if the suit's getting bigger, you probably won't see it.
I found this article so funny because I was thinking to myself, first I thought it was like, look at them go. They want to show how much junk they have in their trunk and their front. Or this is used as an advantage. And sure enough, they're wearing these bigger suits by injecting, I guess, this larger than life hyaluronic acid into their junk. So that they have to wear a bigger suit so that it billows in the wind like a parachute.
Actually, Darren, now that you say that, I want to release some information to you.
Yeah.
To get on Netflix pods,
this is true.
We have to inject this
hyaluronic acid. Yes.
Yes. And once we are a little bit larger, they will definitely sign us up.
Now, here is a question for you. If we ever did get on Netflix podcasts, and you had to wear one of those Olympic suits, but you had to wear it every podcast, every day, every episode, would you do it? If that was the condition in the contract.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know what it would have to do with tech.
I mean, I would just be for show. I think you just to show off, basically, like what we got going on.
Will we both have to wear it, or just me?
Well, I imagine in this situation, we're sitting at like open chair, no table kind of situation.
So not like this. Not like this.
Not like this.
Okay.
I'm imagining it would be more like side by side. Just for the record.
But am I the only one wearing the suit?
No, we would both be wearing.
Okay, because if it's just me, hell no, I'm not going to be the butt of the joke. Though.
No, it's just you wearing it, and I'm sitting there in a suit.
No, you have to wear a Bobo clown suit with a big red nose.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, so I saw this article, and originally I thought this was pretty funny because I thought it might have been for the sake of photos. That was my first thought. Like,
that's what. That's what I thought. Yeah.
let's give him a little bit more in the the front there and thing. But no, I never thought in a million years I would read an article on Gizmodo, a reputable tech website, about Winter Olympic athletes injecting their penis,
especially since it has nothing to do with tech.
And that's the best part. So
well,
you know what?
The Verge has kind of branched out a little bit too in some other aspects too. Not that a bad thing, but yeah.
Now, could I just pull up on the article? I just caught this now. So last summer, 2 Olympic gold medalist ski jumpers and 3 staffers from the Norwegian team were charged with caught on tape adding non-elastic stitching to the crotch area of their suits. Why? Why would that be there? I guess give it more pillow, we'll call it. But yeah, so penis gate, it's a real thing.
Penis gate's a real thing, yeah. Yep.
Penis gate's a real thing. I mean,
Applegate, antenna gate,
I know.
Gate. I mean, is this inspired by Apple?
I have no idea. But again, I found it funny that it was on Gizmodo. That's just such a crazy article to feature on a tech website.
Yeah, for sure.
But maybe they're talking about the tech in their suits, perhaps. I don't know.
Is that tech?
Is that tech? I don't know. You tell me. You want to jump into one of your stories there, Jason? I've got a bunch of them if you want to.
No. I got some too. So I drive a Tesla, so I get a lot in my news feed about Tesla.
Yes.
And if you own a Tesla or ever been in a Tesla, one thing that they lack, and it's not uncommon, I guess, now that I own one, I don't really care. They lack Android Auto.
Yes.
And CarPlay support. Well, they've been talking about that they're working on this. Now, take this with a grain of salt. This is from 9 to 5 Mac. So it's definitely an Apple related. So I don't know how serious this is, but
a bit of a fluff piece, we'll call it.
It could be. So Tesla is still working on CarPlay support. So here's what makes me mad. Great. I don't have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Where's Android Auto support?
Yeah, they're never going to do that.
If you're an Apple owner, you get all the new features first. Even your Apple Watch is a key now.
Yep.
And Wear OS, you have to download a third-party app and pay for that third-party app, and you still don't get all the features.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, if I'm a car company and I want to include everyone and make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Android isn't that far behind Apple when it comes to access to a Tesla. Almost everything's there except for watch support. But do people really care at this point? If you own a Tesla, do you really want? I've owned mine for over a year now, and I don't miss Android Auto or CarPlay.
I mean, I think why not have it? Like, that's kind of the.
I get it. So yeah, here's the thing. If you own a Tesla and you want the premium package, it's like $10 a month, and you get unlimited data for YouTube Music, Spotify, YouTube. But I guess with using this, you don't have to pay $9.99 a month. You can just plug your phone in or wirelessly or whatever, and you can get all that stuff.
That's exactly right.
I guess there's that. That's what I'm saying. Include us Android guys too.
Yeah, I mean, this is the way that I look at it, and this is this may seem like a slight on you here, Jason, but Tesla owners are I like to call premium car owners. They have especially in Canada, they're very expensive. If you have one, you got some money. That's kind of how it is. Maybe not.
They're not here.
Yeah, but I think for a lot of people, especially owners of Teslas, because they have such a nice vehicle, that they would want to have the best phone, quote unquote, and therefore the best version of like a connected, CarPlay service. So
I know what you're saying. No, what you're saying is people don't necessarily buy Apple for innovation. They buy it for the brand and the
that's right.
And the privilege of owning it.
Yeah.
As do Tesla owners. When they own a Tesla, they have like brand loyalty. So, hey, we had the best, not saying that they're the most premium cars, but they feel like they're in an elite club.
Right.
Yeah. I don't feel that way, but I get what you're saying. So most people that have Teslas probably have iPhones.
Yeah.
But I don't. So I know. Don't care.
I mean, do dongles work? Like, the ones you plug in?
No. Now, there are some third-party companies that sell dongles you can plug in. I ain't messing with all that.
Yeah.
Because if Tesla pushes out Android Auto, I'm okay because it's official and it's going to work.
Yeah.
You could do all kinds of third-party stuff that's probably not going to work.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
That's one story I thought was interesting. They've been talking about it for a while, and it's still in the works. So all you Tesla owners who, if you're listening or watching or whatever, and you have an iPhone,
CarPlay may happen. It might happen.
You may save $10 a month.
There you go. Right. Now, can we talk a bit of a crazy story? So I guess the chip that powers a lot of powerful Android phones, speaking of Android, is Snapdragon.
Yep.
Now, there's a article that came out today on Android Authority saying that the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6, which would be, I guess, next year's phones, is going to be helped out by the one and only chipset that you would least expect. So there are rumors that the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 chip could run cooler because of Exynos, a Samsung-made in-house chip.
Which is known for very inefficient.
Very inefficient, yeah. So basically in this article on Android Authority, they're saying here that because the Snapdragon 8 Elite chips tend to run pretty hot, you need good cooling. And they're saying that the technology...
So buy a Red Magic with liquid cooling and a fan.
That's why that's in the photo there, yeah.
Yeah.
But basically they're saying that they're going to use technology that was created in the Exynos 2600 chipset, which is called heat pass block technology.
The 2600 is a pretty decent chipset. It really is.
It is, but again, Exynos's chips are not known for being efficient or particularly reliable.
If you're Snapdragon, who do you turn to? You're not going to turn to MediaTek. That's your biggest competitor.
Yeah.
And you're not going to turn to Tensor. Damn, god damn, hell no.
That thing, no.
You melt your phone.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird partnership to have. But I mean,
we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah.
I think the article, I don't know if it was the one I read, but it basically said the 8 Gen 6 will be more cool than the 8 Gen 5.
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly that's what it's saying here.
Why does Snapdragon do this? Do you remember the 800 series, like the 888 or whatever? Like every couple years they have this awesome chipset, super fast and kind of efficient, but terrible at thermals.
And I think this might be the Snapdragon 800 chip of the bunch.
It's not as terrible. They do throttle a lot because the software's gotten so good now they can throttle way before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it must be like, I could see if they move to the 2 nanometer, like a new node, and it's the first. It's like when you buy a car, they always say don't buy the first model of a new make because there's a lot of issues that haven't been worked out yet.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
So the thing that makes me surprised, right? And we talk about like these partnerships that these brand companies have with these smartphone manufacturers. So Snapdragon and Samsung have always had a decent relationship. Right? Like a lot of their showcasing of new chips is usually done in Samsung phones.
Yeah, but you would think they're two competitors.
Yeah, I mean, they are in the space. But I mean, also understandably, is it that crazy that they tap Samsung on the shoulder and say, hey, we need some help here to kind of like cool this shit down? They're not going to put in active cooling because it's just way too expensive, I think.
It's not efficient. It takes more battery life and it makes things less, I guess, reliable. My question is, what is Samsung getting out of this?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Are they getting some of the architecture?
Off?
Well, no, some of the architecture or technology from Qualcomm for their chips.
So I wonder if they're sharing patents and technology on like their own in-house chips, and then eventually they have enough info to make a decent Exynos chip.
It's like Google and Samsung. They do the same thing.
It is, things. Yeah. But yeah, just an interesting article. I know it's a little bit clickbaity because no one would ever expect you to, Snapdragon to kind of. What
would be more funny? Would be more funny if Qualcomm reached out to Apple.
Oh, absolutely, and said, "Hey, Apple,
hilarious.
Well, yeah, could you imagine?
We need some help."
Yeah, we need some help, Apple. What can you do for us? But yeah, so a partnership is brewing, being created amongst in the world there of.
I would say blossoming.
But you notice that lately there's been a lot of that cross-pollination, I like to call it.
Okay.
Of like brands being like connected with each other. Now, before we jump into one more story with you there, Jason, I want to can we pick on Apple for a second?
Okay. Well, let me ask you something. When do we not?
I know. That's exactly what I'm
Before you say the story, let me just explain to our watchers and listeners. We do not hate Apple.
No, we don't.
I've owned every Apple since probably the XR and a couple before that, just not religiously. I've had the 17 Pro for a week and a half and didn't like it. But
this is true.
They make good devices. Most Americans and North Americans in a lot of the world use them. But they are, being as big as they are, they're also easy targets. So it's just preference by saying that we're not trying to piss off all the...
So this article is not necessarily like a dig at Apple, but it might be a bit of a dig at a company that works with another company that we both like. So let me ask you a quick little question here. So you know the Vivo camera kit that was marketed with the 300 series?
Yeah.
Do you remember the company that makes it?
Oh, God. They make it for a couple companies, I think.
Yeah, there's what I think it's maybe for the Oppo as well, off the top of my head.
I think they even make it for the Nubia. Yes.
So the company is called PGY Tech.
Yes. They make. If you go to Giztop.com and order Chinese phones, they don't even list it as the Vivo camera kit. They list it as that brand's camera kit.
PGY Tech.
Yeah.
What if I told you they've totally sold out and they're making one for the iPhone?
They didn't sell out. They're making money.
Yeah, they are. Exactly.
Well, that's selling out. That's selling out, I guess.
Yeah. So brand PGY Tech, which is basically known for making the camera case mount things for Vivo, Oppo, the Realme, all those other ones, whatever the hell they have. They've basically said they've created this called Retro VAR Vintage Imaging Kit, and this is a modular kit designed for the iPhone 16 and 17 Pro
hold on.
series.
Here's what I really want to know: the Oppo kit, the Vivo kit, the Nubia kit. Are they? I specifically the Vivo and Oppo. I think they're specifically tuned by like Zeiss or whatever.
I hope so.
Is this just a generic kit that's thrown on, or are all these kits not really designed for their phones or just add-ons? That's what I want to know.
So it doesn't give a lot of information about like the lens or anything here, but basically they're saying here that it is phone case with a detachable leather textured grip, just like every other one, Bluetooth shutter button, 2-stage mechanical shutter, all that shit. So basically they're saying that it has a customizable function button and a control dial that can be mapped to do things like ISO exposure and white balance.
Okay. I posted a while back.
Yeah.
I had the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. I don't remember, one of those. And I had the Vivo X200 Pro. And I think with the X200 Pro, I had the camera kit.
Yes.
I hooked that camera kit to the Xiaomi and it worked fine.
Fine. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Now, it didn't have the lenses and stuff, but it was just a Bluetooth shutter, basically.
Yeah.
That's the only thing it didn't have extra lenses back then. So I don't think it'd be that difficult. You could probably make a generic kit for most phones.
Yeah, 3D printing.
Right? Well, I mean, a company could say, we'll make it for these 3 iPhone models, these 3 Google models. It wouldn't be that hard.
Now, so here's my question, right? So these like telephoto extenders, as they're known as, so they're saying that this one is 2.35x.
That's it?
Yeah. So so let me get this right. That lens that you attach, does that go on the telephoto lens?
I think, on the Vivo it does. I know for a fact. Because it extends the 5x optical, 10x optical.
Right, yeah.
Right. But what is the iPhone? 5x?
4.
So 6x?
Yeah, so it gives you what? A little bit more?
So I'm going to jump back. MKBHD released a video, if you guys don't know today, about silicon carbon batteries.
Yeah.
And he said a couple things about silicon batteries not being as popular because they're untested.
Yeah.
And he said most consumers aren't buying iPhones for the battery.
What are they?
Are consumers going to buy? They're not. Well, except for the Air. I mean, but are iPhone users really are Android users going to jump to Apple because they have a camera kit now? Are iPhone users going to buy a camera kit? Except for those techies?
I honestly think, there is, what's that brand? Is it Moment?
They make Snap-on. Yeah.
Cases. they already exist.
And they're cheaper.
Way cheaper. And I've never seen a single person use one.
So there's a guy I used to watch on YouTube, Scott Peachy. I don't think he's even doing this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
He was one of the few guys that really enjoyed the Moment case, the Moment lenses.
Right.
And I think he used it for iPhone and maybe some Pixel phones because they started making some. But he loved them and they seemed to work, but theirs were very generic. Like obviously it has to fit, but the lens themselves you add on are just a basic lens.
Yeah, they're basic lens. Yeah,
that's why I want to know these specific camera kits for Xiaomi, Oppo, and Vivo. Are they actually tuned for the phone, or is it just they're just telling us that?
Yeah.
When I switched that camera thing between the Xiaomi and the Vivo, I thought, well, this isn't that innovative.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look that up. So I'm not actually sure what it says.
I want to say the Vivo said it has a Leica.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Leica
sure.
Lens.
Yeah, so the Vivo one is tuned by Zeiss, and that's also a 2.35x.
Let me ask you though. You said tuned.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that just a generic extension with a Zeiss label on it? That's what
that's very well be.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, apparently it's the camera app that does all the processing. So it probably is just a regular generic lens.
I mean, most people who've used it said the output is really, really good.
Oh, it's incredible.
For that far of a range. But I've never had a need. The last time I had a camera kit, it didn't have the lenses. Now the new ones have. I haven't bought it. I've been tempted, but I know in the back of my mind, I'm never going to use it.
Yeah, no, I mean, the only time I would ever use it if I was at a baseball game or like a concert, but I haven't been like I see 1 or 2 baseball games a year and maybe one.
Well, because it's a regular sensor and you're just putting like a magnifying glass basically on it.
That's exactly what it is.
That Xiaomi prototype that might be coming, that's a different story because that's actually
an actual lens. Yeah,
and you can carry that in your pocket or in a purse or a sling, whatever kids are using these days, and have a hell of a camera.
Yeah, crazy. So I don't know. I mean, when we talk about, it's funny that we talk about we've been talking a bit about cameras today. It's just the nature of this week. Yeah. But ironically, one of the best smartphone manufacturers is releasing a brand new phone very, very soon. Hang on, I'm not sure why it opened in the wrong window. Let me try that again.
Well, while you're sharing that, you're pulling it up. There is a phone that's been getting a lot of press on YouTube lately. It's the Honor Magic 8 Pro Air.
Air, yes.
And what's interesting about this, it's not going to be a global phone. It's 6.1 millimeters. It's like half a millimeter bigger than the iPhone Air. 3 cameras. 5,500 milliamp hour battery. 120 hertz screen. The MediaTek Dimensity 9500, which is a flagship chip. 6.3, so it's small. Everything about it on paper is amazing. But if I'm not going to pull it up. Don't pull it up now. Those listening
I won't.
or watching, go type in Honor Magic 8 Pro Air orange, and you just tell me what it's copying. First off, it has an air in it. That's the only thing I hate about it. I'd love to try it, but they pretty much mocked everything that Apple did.
Oh, absolutely. Physically. But I mean, Honor's known for copycatting. Not copycatting, but like being inspired by, we'll say.
All Chinese companies do that. Yeah.
But I want to just make something very clear here. Honor last year was the strongest growth brand of any major smartphone brand in 2025.
I thought
they jumped 11% market share.
Wow. That's pretty... Yeah. It sounds small, but that's huge in reality.
That's huge, yeah. So I think Honor's onto something when it comes to like not copycatting, but like being inspired by these brands, right? There's nothing wrong with making your phone a little bit more Apple-like.
Not just that. I wouldn't even say they copy Apple in most. I just think they're just a little bit different.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Huawei was banned from the U.S. and North America. Yes. And they have their own OS now. Honor was their sub-brand, their mid-range brand. Well, in order to keep, I don't know how they did it. Somehow Honor broke off from Huawei and became their own company, not owned by the Chinese government. And now they're sold globally, except again, North America. And me and Darren have been pretty big fans of the 5 Pro.
Yes.
Not so much the 6, not so much the 7. Well, I would say the 5 Pro introduced a hell of a camera system, and since then they really haven't improved that much. The 8 was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But the Vivo, to me, camera-wise, not software-wise, camera-wise, was just a smidge better.
Yeah, and I mean, the Honor also makes probably one of the best folding phones in the V5 and soon to be the V6. And they also got other things like their laptops have been pretty well received.
Some of their honors, honors, yeah.
Honors, yeah. So I mean,
their tablets too, yeah, everything.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. So basically, it was an 11% rise in shipments, outperforming every other major global brand. Global shipments also grew. And I also stood out in the Chinese market. So Oppo and Xiaomi saw declines, but Honor saw a rise. So Honor is making headway in the global market, the Chinese market, and the global market.
That's good.
The Chinese market, that's huge. Like, that's. I mean, they sold, I believe, something. I think it says here. Where are we looking here? 11%. So smartphone shipments grew 2%. Apple was the biggest, obviously, in that beneficiary, and then Samsung. So looking at this chart here, this will give you an idea of like volume, market share to volume growth. Let me just zoom in so you guys can see this. This is actually very interesting. I was trying to find one of these the other day for another article we're looking at. So if you look at this chart here, Vivo, Samsung, Apple, Huawei, Lenovo, and Honor had the biggest years last year. Oppo had a decline. Xiaomi had a decline. Realme had a decline in the smartphone market. So, and in this chart, you can see here, Honor had an 11% increase. Apple was 7. Samsung was 7. Vivo was 4.
What's Apple at?
Apple was at a 7% increase. So, I mean, they're growing. I mean, of course they are. But, again, I'd be concerned if I was Oppo and Xiaomi to lose 3% and a 2% respectively in the market of shipments to growth. I don't know, man. Like, that's not a good sign. I mean, we love our phones, but it is what it is, right? Like when it comes to smartphones.
Yeah, it's sad, but you're always going to have a loser in a market. You will, all right? You always positive of you. And I don't mean like loser like they're bad. Like you're going to have someone that's going to lose market share because someone else is doing something better. And that's what we want, competition. And competition is always a loser, right?
Yes,
except for our tech disruptors, we're always winning.
We always win. I saw you grab something, and I have a funny feeling I know exactly where you're going with this next.
What are you talking about?
I know something like it sounds like a bunny, but not really a bunny.
Yeah. So I got this email. If you guys don't know, I backed this thing right here, the Rabbit R1, and it's been turned off. Oh, you pulled it up, damn it!
Sorry.
So go ahead. You pull it up because that's the official website.
Yeah.
So this thing was like $199, and it's actually pretty damn cool. You could do most of the stuff on your phone. This makes it a little more convenient, and it does have a SIM card slot, and they're still supporting it. It's got tons of updates. But Rabbit is not, I don't understand all of this, but it says, we know that AI gadgets are exploding, like pins and, remember the AI pin and the friend. But Rabbit is now starting a new product called the Project Cyberdeck. And you're like, what the hell is this? It says the Project Cyberdeck, as Rabbit is calling it, is another small handheld machine that is focused on using AI to code. Yeah. So the R1 is AI based too, but there's no keyboard. It's just got, you guys can see this, a scroll wheel and a button. That's all this is. And a speaker in the back and a camera. But this is going to have a keyboard to type in, and the device could be used for stuff like command line workflow, and will have native AI agents like Claude code and other models. Sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Yeah. But if you know anything about a deck, it uses a Raspberry Pi. So they haven't come out and said that they're using a Raspberry Pi to power it, but they have said it's going to have a great screen and a 40% hot swappable keyboard. So I don't know why that's a selling point. So I don't know what you guys think. The Rabbit this was considered a failure, but I don't find it a failure because it actually is well supported and it works really well. And it's it's basically a low budget phone, and it's been hacked and all kinds of stuff. Go ahead, Derek. What do you think of this Cyberdeck thing?
I'll tell you what I think it's going to be. I'll show you a picture of what I think it's going to be. I think we're going to get one of these. A mini laptop-esque device that runs AI natively, powered by what you said there. That's my guess.
I don't know. We'll see.
Would that not be awesome? Like, I've been waiting.
Oh shoot! I didn't see this. So the R1 fell flat both in sales and estimation above most people who tried to use one. So we know it didn't sell great. Here's I didn't know about this. And it didn't reach the levels of Humane AI pin. But the company is clearly not doing so hot. This past November, some employees went on strike after Rabbit failed to pay them. So they weren't getting paid. So I don't know. As an AI hardware, not me, myself, as an AI focused company like Rabbit is, I don't want to speak badly about them because I've had great experience. I've even had really good connections with some of the developers because I was one of the early backers. So like through X and social media, like I've had contact with these guys and they are super dedicated to this project and they love it. Yeah. So if they're as dedicated as the Rabbit R1, if you're interested in AI as a building block, $199 is fairly cheap. And like I said, mine hasn't been turned on in a while because my phones do most of the work. But I'm a tech geek. That's why I bought it. And I know Darren backed it too, but backed out. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It's funny. I'm just looking through the Rabbit R1. This was at CES 2024? I believe it was 3 or 4. I think it was 4. 4? Yeah. Now, I want to... I would say you were pumped. I was pumped. I was so pumped. I ordered it almost instantly. So did I. Based on their launch video. I went, it was cool. This thing looks fucking amazing. And it's funny, like I was just trying to pull up an image of it, of the launch, because there's always, it's hard to find, but this guy here. I'm just showing you, I was turning it on. I think I'm surprised the battery is still good. Yeah. Like it hasn't been. But, the Rabbit R1, just by just nature alone is one of those devices that, when you see it, by all accounts, it just looks fucking cool, right? Like it's like teenage engineering, teenage engineering. So as you can see on the home screen there, you see a little bunny with a halo. So there's every time you use AI on this thing, you get points. And there's a game called it's like a gumball machine, and you scroll the wheel and a ball drops and you shake the device and you get these little decorations. So that halo there is a rare. Oh wow! There you go. It's more than just AI. It's interesting. Oh, and it's funny. I just turned it on, and as you can see, look, nice OTA. Yeah. So for those of you, I mean, this is kind of like a handheld extension of an AI assistant. Now, it's a little device. And if you're interested in one, there's actually a couple of YouTube channels where a guy hacked it, put Android on it. It's got a SIM card slot, and he used it as a phone. I don't know. The battery can't be great. It's like maybe 2,000 milliamps. I don't know. But I rarely turn it on. Like the only thing I like it for is you can turn the camera. Yes. Hold there's no hot word. You got to hold the button down for it to work, and you say, "Take a picture and make me look like a Lego," and it instantly does it for you. It shows it on the screen now and puts it in the journal like an online cloud. It's neat in that respect. Now, kind of speaking of cool kind of retro tech for a second. Now, Jason, do you ever own a Nokia phone? Who hasn't? Well, let me rephrase that. People of our age, who hasn't? Yeah, so, again, but in the before Apple, there was this brand called Nokia, or Nokia, as they're also known. And they were one of the most biggest companies ever. They were. They literally were the juggernaut king of smartphones at one point. And I'm not 100%. Underselling that description. No. Right? Like that was... Snake? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, one of the greatest. They invented all of the best games ever on... Tetris what? Yeah. Now, there's been a little bit of a... Nokia revival happening, but only with one specific model of Nokia. So if I was to ask you which Nokia phone you would think is the best Nokia phone, Jason, would you be able to answer that question? I don't know the actual model. I want to say 30 or 33 something. It's like the monochrome snake, indestructible. I think there's before you reveal it, there's an article that the basic phone that had the black or the monochrome screen in the keyboard, someone was in a farmer left it in fell off his tractor, and 25 years later they found it and it still worked or something. Yeah. Still had battery. Yeah.
So the phone that I'm referring to had its debut more than 15 years ago, back in 2010. And at the time, this was how it was marketed. Right here, I'll show you this. The Nokia N8, the best ever smartphone camera. Now,
is that when it had, what was the operating system called?
So here's some fun facts about that particular camera for a second. OLED screen, 12 megapixel Zeiss optical lens with a xenon flash.
Which we see now, the Zeiss specifically, yeah.
An HDMI output.
You
heard that right. An HDMI output.
Okay.
And it had its own app store. Symbian, you may remember.
Symbian, that's what it was.
So a bunch of very clever people are reviving it into a usable retro phone. Now, what makes this particularly interesting and awesome is that it's updating this. I guess bunch of guys are updating the certificates, dropping the signing roadblocks, and even bundling a new Symbian app store into this rebooted redo of the Nokia N8.
So I'm going to assume that Symbian is dead and it's open source now?
That's correct. So basically, this company, it's a fan-made custom firmware called Reborn. And basically, they're keeping the Symbian flagship practical 2026, and even with Nokia's official update servers offline. So they're still making it relevant today with this, I guess, reflashing of the software.
Well, I have a request.
Yes.
So Nokia has gone through some ownership changes.
They have.
Most notably, Microsoft.
Yeah.
I need Microsoft to hear first. You make the last version of Windows Mobile open source.
Yes.
Okay? And I want someone to, I'm not good enough at it, to bring that up to date. Okay.
Yeah.
And then bring back the Nokia, I think it was a 1040 that had the 40 megapixel camera.
Yes.
Because I had that camera and I took pictures of my daughter when she was like 2 or 3. Well, maybe it doesn't compare to now.
Yeah.
And the shutter speed was super slow, but the picture that came out of that thing.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah.
I still have the picture somewhere. I think maybe OneDrive, if I'm correct. But they need to bring that back.
Well, you know what's
100%.
cool about this, right? So because it's custom software, they're using what they call like a Nokia Bell. It's like a reborn, like rebuild.
Yeah.
So they get rid of all the dead links and the bloat and all of that stuff. But what they do is they also remove the signing restrictions on Symbian because a lot of that's not supported anymore. So you can actually reinstall like those legacy apps that the N8 used, and they'll be functional. Because it connects to the larger libraries of Symbian software and games. So basically, you don't need to work around anymore to make this old phone work. It works natively through this reflashing of this firmware called Reborn. Now, the Nokia N8, like I said, this was one of the first phones to have a pretty good camera, Zeiss optics, HDMI output. It also had, from what I remember, had incredible speakers for the time.
I never had it, so I don't know.
And an OLED display on a smartphone.
That long a time ago. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that was back in 2010. Now, they actually had, and I'm not even joking about this, I want you to hear this, they had Skyforce playing on the N8 smooth. So Skyforce?
Yeah.
Pretty like heavy, toxic, kind of like one that would definitely kill a phone pretty quickly. But basically, if you have an old Nokia N8 kicking around, or you can pick one up off of eBay pretty cheaply, it's not hard to find this website. It's not hard to find the information on how to do it. You're using a flashing tool, essentially. And you can essentially turn your maybe loved and maybe even revered Nokia N8 into a usable phone again. Isn't that crazy that what people are doing these days? Like bringing back these classic devices, right? Like incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, Jason, we have one more story here, buddy.
I got to share this.
Got to go for it. This is what I'm waiting for.
you have not talked about robots at all.
I know. I had one on there. I had an article
and
on there.
I have one. It's just going to be a video. So before I share it, oh crap. Let me get out of this. Hold on. Yeah. So I'm going to share it, but I'm just going to share the video, but I want to read a little bit about it first. So we all know robots, AI is getting crazy. The world's first biomimetic AI robot, Moya,
I saw
debuts
the same
with
one I had.
92% human-like walking accuracy. So just to let you know, this robot can walk, maintain eye contact, and display subtle facial expressions. Okay, its idea is called embodied artificial intelligence. Yes, and it can perceive, reason, and act within a physical world. Scares the shit out of me.
Now, one thing I'll just pause before you show the video.
Yeah,
it also has a warm body. I'm not even making that.
Yeah. I didn't get to that.
Yeah, a warm body. You heard that right. A warm body on an AI robot. But anyway, let's have a look at Moira.
So I'm going to show the video. I had the volume. Well, I think I have. Yeah, I have muted.
The video queued up too. If you want me to.
Nope, I got it.
Go ahead.
So I'm just going to hit play, and you guys can see.
Unmute.
Let me turn the volume down just a little bit here.
Yeah.
It is so close to a human that, for some, it's uncanny. Moya is built as the world's first fully biomimetic embodied robot. That means it is integrated with advanced AI that allows it to
like a manga character,
reason and act in the real world. The company that developed the human
show the robot. We don't care about these people.
Moya can replicate human micro-expressions.
Oh, it winked at me.
Yeah, the eyes are a bit too large.
Wow, look at that gate. That's actually pretty good.
You checking out her ass? I saw that.
It doesn't have the Brazilian butt.
And has a body temperature
I'm sure that can be
32 to 36 degrees Celsius.
That's crazy
Those
that it's
features
warm.
may be uncomfortably human-like for some, but Droid Up is counting on
the eyes.
to turn them into daily companions. Some Chinese netizens are not convinced. If she dares to take 2 steps near my bed at night, I'm throwing her out the bottom. It walks like a ghost, looks like a deterrent for burglars, and keeps creepy neighbors at bay.
Oh my god, I love that quote.
Okay, I gotta pause this. So it's warm.
Yeah.
I think what we're getting at here is we're trying to find someone that's more human-like.
Yeah.
I hate to be like this. Maybe it's the job I'm in, being in law enforcement. This sounds like a freaking pervert is going to buy this for the wrong reasons.
Yep.
But I didn't share it for that. What I shared that for was it's a robot. Okay? That can move, mimic us. I mean, come on. The world is getting crazy with AI. And now, I am here for it.
I'm going to be honest with you. If anyone's listening and you want to make me a t-shirt with that exact quote, which says, if it takes 2 steps into my bedroom, I'm throwing it off the balcony, I will wear that shirt on the podcast. I swear. If someone makes that shirt, that was the funniest quote about AI.
I'll be honest. I watched that video like in the background. I didn't even hear that part of that.
That actually is my favorite quote, maybe of the week. But yeah.
Tech disruptors. We gotta make a shirt.
I know. If it takes 2 steps into my bedroom, I'm throwing it off the balcony.
Well, someone already said in the comments, as you can see here, someone said, "Nice ass." That didn't show.
I mean, it wasn't horrible. Like, I mean, not that I'm looking. I mean,
it gets even better.
It's on my wish list. Yeah.
So, again, it's interesting.
Scary.
Maybe for the wrong reasons. But we here, tech disruptors, don't. We show everything. We
do. We don't discriminate. We don't
discriminate. No.
Discriminate. That's fine.
We do make fun of Apple a lot and Trump phones.
Yeah, it's true. This is true. Jason and I, we're just wrapping up. We're actually going to go make sure that our pre-order for the T1 went through now, because obviously it's coming next month.
Well, the problem is, I know mine's coming, but I don't think you're going to get anything in Canada.
No, not in Canada. No,
Trump's like, we ain't selling to you guys.
Forwarding service. Hey, this is just, you know what this is like? This is like Google Fi. You fucking, all the people in the States get Google Fi. Us Canadians, who are literally fucking half an hour across the border, we still don't get Google Fi.
And I think that's hilarious. Like Mexico too. Like, we're all connected. It's a different country. No, we're the same continent. It's a made up line that divides everything. So wait.
No Google Fi in Canada.
Am I hearing this correctly? You're in favor of being the 51st state of the United States.
I'm not in favor of it. I'm just going to try the phone.
Or no, are you saying that we should be called United States of Canada?
That's exactly right. You should.
There you go.
You guys will get a lot of benefits joining Canada. Free health care.
That's our next shirt. The United States of Canada.
The United States of Canada. All right, there you go. We're gonna have to start a merch shop, one of those Shopify things, and just start getting people to buy our shit.
Just drop ship it every time. Yeah.
Drop ship it every time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Anyway,
what's your last article? Oh, you don't have another article?
That was it. That was the best one. I had that queued up, ready to go. So you read my mind. You read my mind. It's okay. But anyway, that actually brings us to the end of today's show. We are the Tech Disruptors. My name's Darren. This guy.
My name is Jason.
And in case you're wondering, we are featured on Apple Music, Spotify, Good Pods, and maybe one day, Netflix.
Yes. But remember, Sundays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Today's Friday at 7, just because the Super Bowl's on Sunday at 6:30. We don't want to take everyone
Sunday,
from their pregame.
I'll be lying on the couch covered in wing sauce and my belly sticking out of my pants, rooting for a team I don't really care about. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
You know what? I don't care about either team either. Will I watch it? Probably for the commercials.
Yeah, for the commercials. Yeah.
I love sports, but I just don't care about either team. Yeah.
Listen, you know what's going to happen here in Canada again, and I mention this every fucking Super Bowl. They will deliberately not show the American Super Bowl commercials, despite the fact that we simulcast it from NBC or whatever fucking station.
Well, here's the problem. Yeah. It's going to be an issue. You didn't hear? No. Here at Tech Disruptors, we spent $50 million on a 10-second ad.
I'm not even going to see it.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to see it. Well, I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, so basically any ad that you see the Apple logo on, just remember that was paid for by the Tech Disruptors. That's how you know.
The Apple ones specifically, yes.
Yes, Apple, yeah. But yeah, we will be back regular time next week, Sunday, with a special guest next Sunday.
Do you want to announce it or no?
I don't know, man. Like, it's pretty big.
You know what? Don't say it. You guys, I'll have the thumbnail and everything ready to go. It's big.
We got a big guest.
And I'm excited because he's a hell of a content creator.
Correct. And our first big guest of 2026. Not the only one.
We're going to knock 2026 out of the park.
We are. And maybe Netflix will watch next week and go, holy shit, they got that guy on the show? Amazing.
They got Brad Pitt? Oh, no.
Yeah. There is $500 million. Make us a podcast. But anyway, on that note, we will be back regular time next Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you for everything that you do. And thank you for watching us live or hearing us after the fact. And we will see you guys next week.